Mitsubishi Excavator. I got a injector pump, fuel injector leaking right in here. So let me see. The place where it seems to be fuel's leaking out right in between this plate that holds that fitting in there and the body of the injector. I can get it closer to that. It's leaking right underneath that metal plate. When it's running, of course, it's still a little damp right now, but anyway, there's another plate on the front of these things here on that. The pump isn't actually a separate unit. It looks like it's cast right into the block, all the pieces and stuff. So on the left side there, it looks like the fuel shut off, the electronic fuel shut off, and then there's a plate on the front there that's bolted on right in front of the injectors, which kind of solved a dilemma for me, because when I got the new injector, I couldn't understand what this piece here does. It didn't seem to be connected to anything. But as I compare this to one that's in there, and I set it in the position it's going to go in, it looks like this is going to engage in something down in here behind this plate to shut off the fuel, to keep it from running. So anyways, yeah, that's a dumb statement. That's going to be the fuel shut off. So anyway, that's probably part of that. I'll set this off to the side now. What I did was, we got the lines that run up to the nozzle in the head. So I took the line off, like it's like the same as these other ones. I took the line off going up to there. So now the other line I got maybe looks like a return line or something, goes along the top of all four injectors. Well, that might not be the return line, that's probably the fuel line. Well, I don't know, because it loops around here and it goes back across to all the nozzles and comes back down here. So, but it looks to me like I'm going to have to take all four of these off in order to get that out of the way, to be able to try and get that fuel injector out of there. So I'll try and, that's a 17 millimeter wrench to break them loose. I'm going to unplug this to get that out of the way, because that wraps around in my way. It's not going to help much. That was a temperature sensor, it looks like, up there. So I'll just disconnect those and kind of fold those down out of the way. And I'm sure that what we have under these are copper washers to seal them up. Looks like there's a copper washer on top of it, and probably another copper washer underneath it to seal that up. Got another one leaking too. Damn thing. fuel injector costs almost $400 with shipping. It's got a little copper washer on top of it and another one below it to seal it up. Of course, that one doesn't have one on top of it. I'll have to get another one for that one. It's apparently missing one. Oh, no, it's one right there. Right there. There, get that done. So I'll take a break here for a minute. I got to get a different wrench. So anyway, I'm getting to do this outside because my overhead door isn't tall enough to get this inside the building, but I said to get a 13 millimeter socket to be able to get down into there a little bit better. Wasn't too terrific because I needed a 12 millimeter. Looks like it does sort of slide right out of there, which is kind of handy. That piece is right there. So in theory, there is a shut-off in there. Looks like that piece drops right down into it. It's the bar that goes across. I'm not sure if I can get us in there close enough to get a good look at it. So anyways, Tom, for all my worrying, only took a couple minutes to pop this out. Just had to get them lines and things out of the way and unbolt it, and it popped right out. I was afraid it was going to be stuck on that locating pin right there, but it wasn't. I don't know if you can see down in there, there's almost like a little serrated bar that slides back and forth. There's the electric fuel shutoff is on the end there, and it slides back and forth in here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like it's almost tapered into a trough. So looks like all my worrying was for nothing. Looks like all I have to do is just drop that new injector down in there, and it's only taken me about, I think, 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes to get that out of there. So then of course I looked, and it looks like I got another one that's leaking. So let's see, there's another 400, and then that one there looks pretty clean. I don't know if it's been leaking. That looks like the only one right there that doesn't leak in this thing. So anyway, like I say, you can almost see that little thing down in there. It's the fuel shut off. So anyways, that's cool. So now I'll get it out of the tripod, but what it looks like is down in there is it engages the fuel shut off. There's like a rail down in there, it looks like right here. And I'll just slide that new injector in there. There's the solenoid to shut the fuel off. So anyway, I just figured I'd give you a better look at that. Alright, so here's the new injector. Fuel shut off is on this side. I'll drop it down in there, I guess. Get that up out of the way. Get it lined up somewhat. Try not to force it down in there. Just got a couple of nuts on the back there. Bolts on the top edge. Just try and snug it up kind of evenly, just out of habit, I guess. It was pretty snug. Not going to leave too much stuff on top of there because it's all closed in underneath. And I don't really want to have to try and fish any tools out from under the skid plate in there. So anyways, now I can put these little darlings back in, put a copper washer on top and a copper washer on the bottom, and get it started. Put one on the top, put one on the bottom. Copper seals like they use. Cold out here. 30 degrees, 35 degrees. I should have probably started with the one over here on the end. It's going to probably be the most difficult one. Yeah. So anyway, those are 17. Should have probably gotten a ratchet for these, but I think I'm going to do that. Be right back. There we go. Now I got my 17mm socket, so that might make life a little easier. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot already. And that one threads in nice and easy. Let's see. ain't too bad, I guess. Get over on that side of that line. Yeah, I'll snug them up a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away with them because they are hollow. So being hollow, they're not going to be all that rugged. I can run my wires back up through here again. And those just plug right back in the way they were meant to be. Then I'll pull my little plastic protector off. Then we can put this line back on. Those were 19 millimeter. Oh, bottom one was 19, I'm sorry. I guess that was 17. Snug that up. And snug up the line that goes up to the nozzle. Probably don't need to put a wrench on that, but I kind of like to, just so I don't twist anything off in there. There. Snugged up and snugged up. I guess the big question is going to be, how much trouble is it going to be to get this thing started again? How much of an air problem have we got in there now? It was remarkably easy so far. Happy New Year, Grandpa. Alright, I guess we'll try and see if it'll start now.